Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're diving into Verse Piece, then you know accessories are a game changer. Apart from your swords, specs, and artifacts, these bad boys are key to pushing your build to its absolute peak. Whether you're looking to boost damage, defense, or give yourself that extra edge, accessories are essential. But not all of them are created equal. Some are absolute powerhouses, while others might leave you feeling a bit underwhelmed. So, in today's video, we're going to break down the best accessories you should be looking out for in Verse Piece. And trust me, this guide is going to save you a lot of time and effort. I'm going to take you through a tier list of the most powerful accessories, making sure you know exactly which ones to stack in your inventory. Stay tuned, because by the end of this, you'll have a much clearer idea of how to maximize your character's potential and dominate in battle. Let's get started. I'm quickly moving on to the video, and I'm ranking accessories in Verse Piece. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of tier list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching.
A very small portion of the audience is subscribed to the channel. Please don't forget to subscribe if you like these types of videos. Thanks.
The accessories in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Adaptation Wheel, Scarecrow Hat, Crow Mask, Gojo Blindfold, and Stark Eye Patch. Alright, let's dive into some of the accessories from Verse Piece that really don't bring much to the table. We've all been there, searching for that perfect item to give us a boost, only to come across these. Let's talk about the ones that fall into the D tier. Yeah, the ones you'll probably be skipping over every time you browse your collection. First up, we've got the Adaptation Wheel. This one gives you plus 750 defense, but here's the kicker. It's only available from a locked chest, and it's been removed from the game. Yeah, no more grinding for this one, so don't even bother. Honestly, 750 defense doesn't cut it when there are way better accessories out there that can offer more than just basic stats. You'll want to save your resources for something a little more impactful. Next, there are the Scarecrow Hat and the Crow Mask. Both of these give plus 150 defense, and you can acquire them from the Halloween Exchange NPC. It's kind of fun to collect seasonal items like these, but let's be real, they're just not that useful in the long run. With so many accessories in the game offering better defensive boosts or unique abilities, these two will likely just sit in your inventory collecting dust after the Halloween event ends. It's all about maximizing your potential, and these accessories don't really help you do that. And then, we've got two more accessories, the Gojo Blindfold and the Stark Eye Patch. The Gojo Blindfold gives plus 150 defense and plus 150 special, while the Stark Eye Patch gives plus 150 defense and plus 150 sword. They come from their respective bosses, Gojo and Stark, and while they're decent for their specific bonuses, they don't really stand out. 150 defense isn't a game changer, and those extra points in special and sword just don't make these accessories a must-have. If you're aiming for something that will actually help you in tougher battles, these might be ones you'll just pass on. So yeah, if you're rocking any of these accessories, it might be time for an upgrade. D-tier accessories are pretty much just there for completionists or players who enjoy the aesthetics but don't need the extra stats. Keep your eyes on those A-tier and S-tier accessories, they're where the real power lies. The accessories in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Aizen Eye Patch, Rimuru's Coat, Black Cloak, Kakashi's Mask, and Santa Hat. Alright, so you're looking to spice up your accessory game in Verse Piece and you're wondering what to grab from the C tier options, huh? Well, don't sleep on these items. Sure, they may not be top tier, but they pack some decent punch for players who are just getting their footing or want to try out something a bit more quirky. Let's dive into a few of them and break down how they can still work wonders for you. First up, we've got the Aizen Eye Patch. Now, this one's a bit of a classic, with plus 200 defense, 200 special, 200 strength, and 200 sword. It's like a jack of all trades accessory that can boost a lot of your stats. It's definitely a solid option if you want something versatile to slap on while you're diving through some tougher battles. The best part, you get it from Aizen, the boss, which means it's not too hard to get your hands on. Just be ready to face him and bring your A game. Then there's Rimuru's Coat. Okay, this one's fun because it's got a pretty unique effect. It copies the stat buffs of the last accessory you used. So if you're looking to build up some synergy between your gear and really stack those buffs, this is a great choice. It's like having a backup plan for when your other accessories do the heavy lifting. Grab this one from the Tempest dungeon and let the stats flow like a never-ending river of power. Next, let's talk about the Black Cloak. Don't let its mysterious dark vibe fool you. It's packing a solid punch with plus 250 defense and plus 250 special. It's the type of accessory you'd want if you're focusing on tanking damage or just surviving longer in those chaos-filled brawls. You'll snag this from the Dark Adventure mobs, so keep an eye out when you're in there and looking for something to give you that extra edge. Now, if you're all about special stat, you'll want to check out Kakashi's Mask. You can't go wrong with a whopping Pol 1000 special boost. This thing's pretty straightforward. If you're focusing on stacking up your special abilities or just being a wizard with your moves, this is your go-to accessory. It's available from the Dungeon Medal Exchanger, and you'll need 5 dungeon medals to get it, so make sure you've got those handy when you swing by. Santa Hat. Who knew a hat could be so powerful, right? This one is a festive treat, bringing plus 500 defense, plus 500 special, plus 500 sword, and plus 500 strength. It's a pretty well-rounded accessory for those of you looking for a mix of all-around boosts, and the best part, you can get it from the Pandora Exchanger during the event. So, if you've been grinding through the holiday chaos, make sure you don't miss out on this cute but mighty piece of gear. And that's a wrap on the C-tier accessories. They may not be the flashiest or the most insane items in the game, but trust me, they'll definitely get the job done and help you on your journey. Whether you need some solid defense, a boost to your special powers, or just something to flex with, these accessories are great options to round out your gear collection. The accessories in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right: Seed's Cloak, Madara's Armor, Alucard Glasses, Itachi's Cloak, Alucard Hat, Haidan's Cloak, and Rowan Lantern. Alright, listen up, because we're about to dive into some of the best B-tier accessories in Verse Peace. You know, those solid picks that might not be the absolute best, but still pack a serious punch. If you're looking to boost your stats without grinding your soul away for S-tier gear, this list is exactly what you need. Let's break it all down piece by piece. First up, we've got Sid's Cloak, a must-have for all the sword users out there. This thing gives you a plus 3,500 sword stat, which is insane for a B-tier item. If you're rocking a sword build, this is the cloak you want. You can grab it from Seed Kaganu, or if you'd rather take the dungeon route, you can snag it from the Shadow Castle Exchanger. Either way, it's a solid investment. Now, let's talk defense. If you want to tank some hits without feeling like a walking punching bag, Madara's Armor is your best bet. This beast gives plus 2,500 defense and plus 2,500 special, making you an absolute wall. The only catch? You'll need 25 dungeon medals to get it from the Dungeon Medal Exchanger. But trust me, it's worth it, especially if you're tired of getting bodied in fights. Speaking of defense, we've also got Alucard's Glasses. Now, they might not be as beefy as Madara's Armor, but they still give a respectable plus 1,500 defense and plus 1,500 special. Plus, they look stylish as hell. You can get them by taking down Alucard, so if you're a fan of cool accessories, this is an easy pickup. If glasses aren't your thing, maybe a cloak is more your style. Itachi's Cloak gives you the exact same boost as Alucard's Glasses, plus 1,500 defense and 1,500 special, but it comes from the Dungeon Medal Exchanger for only 10 dungeon medals. So if you're looking for something a little more budget friendly, this is a great alternative. Now, let's talk about something a little more balanced. Alucard's Hat is one of the most well-rounded accessories in this tier. It gives plus 1,000 defense, plus 1,000 special, 500 strength, and 500 sword, a little bit of everything. If you're the type of player who likes to mix it up in battle, this hat has you covered, and just like his glasses, you can get it by taking down Alucard. Of course, we can't forget about Haidan's Cloak. This one is for the sword fighters who also want some defense. It gives plus 1,500 defense and 1,500 sword, which makes it a fantastic pick if you're trying to stay aggressive without getting folded in 2 hits. You can pick it up from the Dungeon Medal Exchanger for 10 dungeon medals, which is a steal for what it offers. Last but not least, we have the Rowan Lantern, one of the most underrated accessories in the B tier. This thing gives you plus 1,000 defense, plus 1,000 special, plus 1,000 strength, and plus 1,000 sword. That's 4 different stats boosted at once. If you're looking for a balanced all-around buff, this is the way to go. Plus, it's a Halloween event item, so if you see it in the Halloween Exchange, NPC, don't sleep on it. So there you have it, the best B tier accessories in Verse Peace. Whether you're going for pure damage, defense, or an all-around setup, there's something here for everyone. Now get out there, grab some accessories, and start flexing on your enemies. The accessories in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right: Strongest Coat, Gojo's Coat, Igris's cape, Igris's helmet, Sorcerer's coat, and Sukuna's coat. Alright, listen up, because we're about to talk about some of the best A-tier accessories in Verse Peace. The ones that will make you tankier, deadlier, and just straight up more powerful. If you're looking to boost your defense, special, or sword stats, these are the pieces you need to keep an eye on. Let's dive in. First up, we've got the strongest coat, and yeah, the name kinda says it all. This thing slaps on a massive 5,000 defense and 5,000 special, making it one of the best options if you want to be a walking fortress. You can grab it from the grade upgrader NPC, but you better be ready to put in some work. Now, let's talk about Gojo's coat, because who doesn't want to drip out like the strongest sorcerer? This one gives you plus 3,500 defense and plus 3,500 special, making it a slightly weaker version of the strongest coat, but still an amazing choice. Plus, it's also obtained from the grade upgrader NPC, so if you're lucky, you might just roll it early. But if you're more of a swordsman, you need to check out Igris's cape. This thing is insane for sword builds, giving you a ridiculous plus 10,000 sword stat. If you want to cut through enemies like butter, this is the one. The catch? You'll have to defeat the Shadow Monarch in the dungeon to get it. And let's just say, that's easier said than done. And if you're looking for pure defense, Igris's helmet is your best friend. This beast of an accessory gives you plus 10,000 defense, turning you into an absolute tank. Just like the cape, it drops from the Shadow Monarch, so prepare for a tough fight. Now, for those who want a mix of sword and defense, the Sorcerer's coat is a solid pick. You'll get plus 3,000 defense and 3,000 sword, which is a nice balance boost if you don't want to focus on just one stat. Again, this one comes from the grade upgrader NPC, so keep re-rolling if you don't get it right away. And finally, we've got Sukuna's coat, another great hybrid piece. With plus 3,500 defense and plus 3,500 special, it's basically Gojo's coat, but with a different name. So if you're a Sukuna fan, this is the one to go for. You'll find it at the grade upgrader NPC, just like the other coats. So, whether you want to be an unkillable tank, a swordmaster, or a sorcerer with insane power, these A-tier accessories have you covered. Which one are you grinding for? Let me know in the comments. The accessories in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Los Lobos clothes, Christmas coat, and cursed arm. Alright, listen up, because we're about to talk about the absolute best accessories in Verse Peace. If you're not rocking at least one of these, you're seriously missing out. These S-tier accessories aren't just for flexing, they will make you ridiculously overpowered. We're talking insane buffs to defense, sword damage, strength, and even special abilities. So if you want to dominate every fight and make your enemies question their life choices, pay close attention. First up, we've got the Los Lobos clothes, and oh boy, this thing is no joke. Apply 10,000 to everything, defense, sword, special, and strength. That's not just good, that's straight up broken. If you're lucky enough to get this from Stark, LL, you're basically turning into an unstoppable force. It's like putting on a cheat code, except it's actually in the game. Whether you're going up against bosses or just flexing in PvP, this is one of the strongest accessories you can have. Now, let's talk about the Christmas coat. It may not be as crazy as Los Lobos clothes, but don't sleep on this one. With plus 5,000 to defense, sword, special, and strength, it's still a huge power boost. Plus, it's an event exclusive item from the Pararu Exchanger, so if you didn't get it, you might have to wait for another chance. But if you did manage to snag one, congrats. You've got yourself a solid accessory that will keep you in the fight longer while packing a punch. Then there's the cursed arm, and let me tell you, this one hits different. Unlike the others, this one is all about raw power. You get plus 5,000 sword and a massive plus 7,500 strength. If you're running a build that relies on sheer brute force, this is the accessory for you. It's also from the Pararu Exchanger, so it's got that exclusive event flex to it. Slap this on and you'll be shredding through enemies like they're made of paper. So, if you're serious about becoming one of the strongest players in Verse Peace, these S-tier accessories are a must-have. Whether you want to tank hits like a boss, slice through enemies with insane sword damage, or just flex on everyone with event exclusive gear, these items have got you covered. And hey, if you've already got one of these, let me know in the comments which one's your favorite, or are you still grinding to get them? Either way, keep farming, stay OP, and I'll see you in the next one. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.